I don't date broke women, not because I need their money, but because being broke usually means poor choices, weak discipline, and no understanding of how the real world works. If you can't manage your own life, you have no business helping me manage an empire. Money issues destroys more marriages than anything else after sex. So I'm not looking to raise a woman. I'm looking to build with one. And yes, I'll be a provider, but for only a woman who knows how to handle resources and was already resourceful long before I showed up.
Yo, what's good YouTube? I am back with another video. If you're new to the platform, I wanna welcome you. Welcome to the family. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Now let's get into it.
Let's talk dating as a single mom. I get this question all the time. Tips, advice, your experience. Are you seeing anyone? How's that going? And I would love to be able to give advice and tips on how that's going, but it's not going. Because as a single mom, our standards about fucking triple prior to. I already had high standards, and then now you bring my daughter into the thing, and like no one's good enough, right? On top of standards, time. As a single mom, we have little to no me time. So if I'm going to invest the small amount of me time I have into someone else and you fucking waste it, done. And on top of men not being shit, they don't fucking know how to communicate. My 2-year-old toddler has the capability to tell me what she does or does not want, does or does not like, and how she's feeling. But some way, grown-ass men are not able to use their big boy words to communicate. Weird. Moral of the story is I am not your girl if you want advice. I can tell you what not to do. I can tell you the men not to go for, but that's basically all I've learned over the last couple years. So hopefully you have better luck than I do.
Yeah, we know it's not going and it will never be. Talking about men having communication issues. Women are the one expecting men to be mind readers. Now she's flipping the coin, Actually, we can get it like you're a single mom, so you are stressing out.
What's your age?
43.
Are you single?
Kinda, sorta, but not really, you know what I'm saying? I'm married to the game, brother.
At your age, have you ever proposed to a woman before?
Nah, I would never do that. If I ever thought about getting married, we gonna get a shaman or something and do a tribal ritual. I'm not signing no paperwork with the government with my money and my greatness.
But why do you as a man feel like marriage is a risk?
As a businessman, you gotta go off the numbers. 60% of marriages end in divorce, and they always initiated by the woman, like 70%. So off those numbers alone, I would never jeopardize my greatness, my millions, my glory to that piece of paper.
So you don't marry a woman, but you're with her long term. What happens next?
I mean, we just living life. We gonna go with the flow. If she wanna move around, she can. I'm not holding nobody hostage. You know what I'm saying? See, that's what happens. That's like the cage somebody in when they get that paperwork. No, we living free out here.
To the 43-year-old woman watching this now, who would go, you're not taking anybody serious without marriage, what would you have to say to that?
I say God bless them. If you're 43 and you're a woman and you're complaining about marriage, that means you already past your prime. That is a fact. As a 43-year-old man, I got better with life. I'm better right now as 43 than I was at 23. I'm gonna keep getting better. I'm gonna keep getting more money. I'm gonna keep looking better. I'm gonna keep getting more women. It ain't gonna never stop for me. But for a woman that age, God bless her. She gonna need it.
Yo, women went crazy on this video, bro. Like exactly at that part saying a tribal ritual, bro. They went mad, But to be frankly open, like if you're a successful man, just understand you are at the top, So everything will be looking for you. All the women they'll be looking for you because you have something they like, So protect yourself. Don't be dumb. Like you have everything. You look at these choices. I have to enjoy now. No, they can drag you down to the bottom, bro. And you know exactly, like as a man, to climb to the top, it takes a lot, So be wise. Don't care about your emotions.
Maybe your standards are just too high. I'm a 30-year-old single black female prioritizing gut health and protein intake. I can squat 250. I've written 2 books and speak 3 different languages. In the last 6 months alone, I've created 4 different applications and 2 different programs across the iOS platform. Not to mention, I started diversifying my financial portfolio at 23.
They don't care. They don't care. The only love language a man cares about is his love language and whether you are fluent in it or not. The only program he cares about is whatever program is making your ass tight, fit, and plump. Girl, the only time they care about you squatting squatting is if you're squatting in the bedroom. Don't pretend like you don't know what I mean. The only books my man cares if I read are parenting books to make sure I'm not effing up his children. They don't care about your financial portfolio, honey. They care about your Instagram portfolio and how many pictures make you look like a hoe. Listen, I think you're a boss, babe. For real, I want to be you. But as cool as that is to me and other females, that's not what's gonna find you a man. Not one that's gonna want to keep you, at least. Because unfortunately, I know too many 40-year-old women that are childless, single, and also speak 3 languages and have written books who have no man. But you'd make a great escort. I'm thinking political events, I'm thinking the Capitol, or a spy.
You know what? It seems when a man is talking about it, they don't get it. So they have to hear it on the women perspective.
Hello. Today is April 4th, my 14th wedding anniversary. It's about nearly 10:30 at night, and my husband hasn't spoken to me all day. All day. He's come home, hasn't said hello to me, hasn't said a word to me. He's ignored me. On our 14th wedding anniversary. And he's doing it because he came into some money. I didn't ask for any of it, except to not have to spend what little I have. And because I asked about it, this man has ignored me all day. All day. All day. It's our 14th wedding anniversary. I've been here at home all day. I called him even earlier today to let him know about the painters arriving. And even then, his response to me was, "What?" This is my life. This is my life. This is what has always been between us for 14 years. Last year was a tumultuous year for us, and all I've asked since then is marriage counseling, and to this day, a year later, nothing. Which tells me I should leave. Clearly. This is my life.
You know, there's a lot happening in marriages for real, you know, like they're going through a lot, and conflicts, it's inevitable. You know, it will get to a point you will fight, you know, but you have to walk through. That's a marriage. And like, we didn't hear the other side of the story. Maybe there's other reasons, you know, like made that dude doing that. But let's talk about what we're seeing right here. You know, when you look at her, maybe she can be 55, 54, you know, we can guess that. And like, she's been married like for 14 years, so it means at the time they go into marriage, she was 40 years old. And we're not sure if they're dating before, you know, like if maybe they dating like for maybe 2 years, maybe 3 years, and end up getting married. It seems that dude was like, you know what, now I want to settle, so I will take whatever, you know, I can get, you know. And we're not sure the age of that dude. If he's young, that can be a reason. He got tired of her. Well, you know, she's old, and he sees other options out there, you know. So sometimes, like, It's happening in marriages, it's happening. And that's why you have to marry who you love if you wanna get married for real. Because what is in here to end up a divorce. That's what's going to follow, a divorce exactly, bro. Because we don't see anything happening. We don't see any proof of love. And so this is why we're saying like for a woman, get your partner early, at your peak. Men they do honor that, but if you go into marriage and you know your age is gone, expect something like this. Because if that dude get anyone outside the marriage who seems like it's good for him, he will leave, bro. He will leave.